Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladev, Jaya Subhadra, Jaya Sudarshan. Nitai Gauranga Jaya, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga Jaya, Nitai Gauranga. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. श्रील प्रभुपाद की, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की, कलियुग पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन की, सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की. We have a Sitaram Lakshmana temple below. Yeah. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshughamilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupah Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guruho Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tham Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sakitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Namavom Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishna. Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishe Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopi Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Krishnasute Devi Namami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. It's not showing, huh? See, this is a topic for today, taking responsibility for one's own sadhana. When you are living in a voice center. Before we enter into the topic, I want to say a few words about why, especially in youth, if one is intelligent, you will take the spiritual life very seriously. Those youth who don't have far-sightedness, they sometimes argue, what is this? They'll exams, will get better marks, and we will be left behind because we are giving so much time in the morning. So those who argue like this are very short-sighted. They don't have that depth of ability to discriminate in life. They are like the boys who buy a 5 rupee laddu instead of 25 rupee laddu. The 25 rupee laddu is made of Shuddha ghee. 5 rupee laddu is made of recycled oil. So they will buy a 5 rupee laddu, eat it, saying that I have saved 20 rupees, and then when they get a bad throat and fever and cold, they'll go to doctor and give the doctor 2000 rupees for injection, medicine, and are getting admitted in the hospital. On the other hand, you spend 25 rupees laddu, you eat and keep dancing happily. So, who is intelligent? The one who buys 25 rupee laddu or 5 rupee laddu? Yeah, isn't it? So, the practice of spiritual life is an initial investment and later returns. And in the material life, initially you appear to be free, later you suffer. Just like in a semester, those boys who are playing games, watching movies, roaming here and there, enjoying life in the beginning of semester, they suffer in the end of semester. Correct or not? And those boys who are sitting with the books, making notes, studying, meeting teachers, asking questions in the beginning of the semester, the other boys may be thinking, these boys are fools. Instead of enjoying life, they are studying now. But then they will enjoy later. When the end of the semester comes, they will be very carefree because they already studied and revised, and several times they have revised it. So there is a saying in English, early bird catches the worm. You heard that? No? One who is smart, he puts the efforts in the early stage so that he can reap wonderful results later. Similarly, in India in those days, many companies were giving PF, gratuity, provident fund, and all those things. But nowadays, many companies may not have those things. Like you have a job, sometimes they give daily wages. Some companies keep for a term, 11 months or 1 year or 2 years, and they ask to vacate. Imagine in such a situation, if a person earns money and spends it all enjoying life, what will happen after he becomes 60, 70? Huh? Yeah? He won't have any money because he has been earning and spending, enjoying. After 60, still he has to work till the last breath. Is it intelligence? So what should an intelligent boy do? Save. You know that I am not going to get PF, gratuity, and all those things won't come. So now whatever I am earning, 25%, let me keep it in saving. So after 50, you don't have to work. The saved money will be there, you can enjoy. So this, I am giving you simply examples for thinking long term, not thinking short term. Whether it is academics, whether it is job and money savings. Similarly, a foolish boy, his mother is showing him 5 photos, choose a girl. He will choose a beautiful girl from that. Later on, after marriage, he will know that already she was roaming with 5 more boys. Isn't it? Isn't it? And she will say, you are not good enough for me, I am divorcing and going to another boy, she will go. On the other hand, a boy, instead of just going by the external looks, he wants to know the character of the girl. Correct, no? So who is intelligent? One who looks for character or just external beauty? So that is long term. Because a girl with character, even if it is not so good looking, she may live with you a whole life and then take care of you like a chaste wife. On the other hand, a boy who just goes by external beauty is a foolish fellow because he is short-sighted. So most boys are what? Short-sighted or long-sighted? They are very short-sighted. So in the same manner, if you see, morning when you are waking up in the voice center and doing all these activities, you don't even know that you are building a foundation for a very tall building. Huh? Any skyscraper building you want to make, first you have to build the foundation. Once foundation is made, you can make 50-story, 100-story building also. Correct, no? Every morning you are actually preparing the foundation now. Later on, you will look back and see the sadhana, what you did in the morning, that is helping you in many aspects. Physically, your body will be healthy because you are not smoking, drinking, drugs, nothing. And because of not doing all this, your money is also saved. Money is also saved. Body is also healthy. Money is also saved. Is it not true? So you are going to save more money than the other boys who are wasting money in all these things. Isn't it? And also, many boys get into the trap of, we call it a honey trap. Some girl who is roaming with multiple boys, she comes in the life so that you can loot your pocket. And then she will be aiming at your money, take money and go away, but you will be mad after her. And all your academics will be ruined. So not only your physical body can be ruined, or not only your pocket money can be ruined, but your academics can also be ruined. You can see, you don't have to trust my words. You see in your own college, how many boys who are roaming with women, their academics is ruined. You can see that most intelligent boys have become like dogs behind women. Huh? So you are all saved from that. Here we have strict discipline, we have character. Huh? You will not find any of our boys doing such nasty things, huh? Living in the center. So you are saved from falling prey to bad character. Huh? You are saved from madness. And such mad boys sometimes even commit suicide. Like one boy was telling me, he introduced his girlfriend to another friend of his, and he ran away with that girl. And this fellow wanted to commit suicide. He was about to commit suicide. Fortunately, he met devotees. And devotees told, hey, this is not a very big problem. This happens everywhere. Yeah. He said the dogs also do the same. So somebody who's living like a dog, nowadays many people live like cats and dogs, don't worry. Hell with such practices, you come here. Then he brought him to voice and made him, introduced him to devotional service. So material life is so risky that even you can even lose your life itself. What to speak of losing good habits, or what to speak of getting bad character, what to speak of losing money, or losing your academic scores. Worse than all these things is taking out your life, correct, no? It can happen or not happen. Have you seen happening or not happening, correct? Yeah. So you all have been saved from all this. Remember that. If you are not grateful for what you have been saved from, then you are a great fool, it is said. If you are not grateful, one is a great. Because for being grateful, you need to be long-sighted, not short-sighted. The benefits are coming, it will come gradually. Like for example, if you are a LKG, if you are sent to lower kindergarten in the school, you ask your teacher, sir, when will I get my engineering degree? They will say, wait a minute. Just now you have joined LKG now. Go to UKG, first standard, fifth standard, 10th standard, 12th, and then appear in a entrance test, get into engineering college. 4 years you study 50 papers. Then you are going to get engineering degree, isn't it? So in material life, are you patient or not patient? Can anybody say that, no, in LKG only I need the degree? Can you say that? No, you have to be patient. In spiritual life, we all have just begun. 1 year before, 2 years before you have begun. So, spiritual life will give you immense rewards, provided you are patient. You have to be patient, correct? No? In material life, you are forced to be patient, correct? If somebody is not patient, will they earn a degree? You will never earn a degree. Imagine if a parent said, better now you have to study for 20 years. They say, oh, I won't study. You can't run away. You have studied, correct, no? In spiritual life, within 3-4 years, people make so much advancement. Just with 3 to 4 years of practice, boys become so mature. They can rise above so many things. So you have to be patient, knowing that the future is very bright. There are so many people who have walked this path in the past. So many of the boys have stayed in voice. They passed out, they are working, some are married, some are brahmachari, some are abroad, all over the world, and they are very brilliant. They are really, many of them are actually in leading positions in companies also. We have Bhimraj Prabhu, he joined IAM. He's here after his, so he was one of the SIT college students. So like this, we have many people like this. They cultivated these good things in their college days. So therefore, see, whatever time you all are spending in the morning for sadhana as an investment, your other friends are spending their time in the evening in Maya. You spend the morning with Krishna and they spend the evening with, yeah, that's the difference. But what is the result? Your time spending with Krishna is giving you a very bright future, as I told you. And their spending in time with Maya is eroding their lives. Correct or not? So you should be able to see that. Now some of the devotee students are asking, Prabhu, there are boys in our college, they do all nonsense also and they get good marks also. What about that? I think the third one is good. Wonderful. You enjoy the world also and you do nonsense and you also get good marks also. See, some boys are carrying the Sukriti from the previous life, correct, no? Some punya they are carrying. Even some MLAs, MPs and CMs in the past, they have been seen all atrocious things they will do and they will go on and on for a long time. You've seen that? 10, 20 years. At last, that all, no? The Bhagavatam, the Ramayana, it is said, this Ravana, he was very learned also. His whole Lanka was full of gold, gold buildings, gold biscuits and everything. And he had a lot of women he had brought from different places and everything. He appeared to be like a free bird enjoying without any restrictions. It appeared like that. But in the battle with Rama, uh, at last he fell to the ground. Just like a person after his punya is exhausted, he falls down from the heaven to the earth. Like that he fell down, it is said. So all these boys who are doing nonsense and perishing, yes, they are reaping the fruits of their previous life punya for some period of time. Once that is over, they will pathetically fall down. You will see that. On the other hand, you are in an investment mode now. You are investing and creating a future for yourself. Now let's get into this. I made a good notes for you here, so that if I give you a copy of this, you can later on contemplatively read and reflect and digest it. So I've given an example here in the beginning. One of the boys staying in the voice is getting up late, rushing through the rounds somehow or other, and he complains that, oh, the chanting is so difficult, I have no taste, he's saying. So now I have, because he is trying to fit in 8 rounds in 45 minutes only. There are people, you've seen that people do that within the short time I have to complete now. It's more a counting game, mechanically. And then he says, I'm not developing any taste. So actually when you sit to chant, we should chant in such a way as if we have finished all other work and this is what we are going to do now. Like that we should do. Not that I'll finish this and go and do many other things. If you're looking at the watch and after this I have to go there, then like that if you are chanting, will our chanting be good? No. So chanting has to be done without, it is said, Nishchintata Bhajibo, it is said. Nischintit means without any anxiety, one should do bhajan. Bhajan should be done. Okay, how do you take prasad when you take prasad? Are you in tension while taking prasad? No. You take peacefully, right? No? When you have especially a festival plate, prasadam plate, you have a big plate with varieties of items. Slowly you will eat. And you have full samadhi also on that. You know, you don't even know who is sitting next to you. Even your best friends from somewhere comes and sits next to you, you will only see him after finishing. Isn't it? So, just as you are eating with full samadhi, like that we should chant with full samadhi, full absorption. And for that, you need to rise early. Because if you don't rise early, then you don't have adequate time. If you don't have adequate time, then we try to speed up the chanting. Our rounds remain for the night. Correct, no? So therefore Krishna is saying in the Bhagavad Gita, to those who are constantly devoted, tesham satati yuktanam. Also he says, ananya chintayanto mam yejana pariyupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam. So he says that if you are constantly devoted to me with attentiveness, then I will do my part. Krishna is saying, I will take care of you. You don't worry. And actually Krishna tells Arjuna in many places, one more place he says, mat chitta sarva durgani mat prasadat tarishyasi atachet pamahankaram nashroshyasi vinangshasi. He's telling Arjuna, by my mercy you will cross over all the struggles in life. I will give you guidance. I will give you direction. You don't have to worry. You just depend on me by chanting the holy name. I will take care. So Krishna has given that assurance. So when we talk about spiritual progress, 3 words I have given there. See, individual, voluntary, progress. 3 words are used there. Why it is individual? You only have to chant your rounds. Can somebody else chant? Like, if a lady is pregnant, child is going to come in the 9th month. Now she's already 7 months. Now she's feeling that, oh, I have to carry this baby in the womb. Can somebody else beget this child? Is it possible? She only has to beget it, isn't it? Of course, nowadays they may have surrogate mothers for this thing. What do you call it? For the cloning child like that. But that they have to do in the beginning. But once you have been already processing a child, you are carrying a child in the womb, you only have to beget it, correct, no? Same manner, you have committed to Krishna, you are starting chanting. The morning, there are certain things you can delegate to others. But certain services cannot be delegated, correct, no? Like for example, you have to go and get prasadam from another voice here. that somebody else can do. In case one day you are not able to do, you have examination, you can tell Prabhuji, today I have exams, can someone else do? They can do. But can you give the feedback, somebody says, can you chant my rounds and give me back? Can you do that? No, you only have to chant your round. That's why it's called individual. So, bhakti is also not only individual, it is also voluntary. It's voluntary and personal. You see, in the path of Karma Kanda, you will find many times in the Karma Kanda sacrifices, people chant the mantras. You have seen that? Huh? They chant very fastly, they put the ingredients and other things. There the emphasis is more on precisely chanting the Sanskrit mantras. Pronunciation should be proper. Direction is important. Are you facing north or east? Direction is important. Pronunciation is important. Ingredients are very important. If there are 25 ingredients, if till is not there, you cannot start only. Kushagras is not there, you cannot start. So ingredients are important. Direction is important. Proper pronunciation is important. The one Brahman, certain qualifications are fixed. Advaryu means what are his qualifications, it's mentioned. So they have to have those qualifications. And who will sit in which direction, facing which direction, these are important. So once they do these things, then the Karmakanda sacrifices take the offerings to the demigods easily. Whereas in Bhakti, it's not like that. Bhakti is not about the details. Bhakti is about the heart. Therefore, our movement is called Antarashtriya Krishna Bhavanamrit. So in Bhakti, Bhavana is more. Therefore, we call it Sadhana with Bhavana. That is very required. Without Bhavana, external things are not so important in Bhakti. For example, say one of you boys get a job in a in a watch company as a salesman. So you are joining the company, and the company has given you very nice things. You are wearing coat, suit, boot, tie, carrying a suitcase, and you go to the market to sell the watches. Somebody is asking you, hey, look very cute, very smart. Tell me, what are you selling? You open the suitcase and say, oh, sorry, I forgot to bring the watches. And that's what you're supposed to sell. You forgot the commodity only. Then what is the use of tip-top dressing? Correct, no? So that means what this fellow did. Externally he was proper. But what mistake he committed? The commodity which he has to sell as a salesman, that he forgot. Similarly, in the path of bhakti, you can wear tilak, you can wear kantimala, you can wear dhoti kurta, everything looks like a nice devotee, ripped-off devotee. But then when you are chanting, you are worrying about this, worrying about that, not bringing your heart. That means everything is there except bhavana. So Antarashtriya Krishna, that bhavana is missing. Correct, no? So that's why he is saying here that bhakti requires heartfelt engagement. Correct, no? Yeah. And the point of responsibility, children don't like to take responsibility. Like, many times parents expect children should go to school and study the subjects well, listen to the teachers well, do the homework. But these are the things children hate the most. What is the thing they like the most? Playing. Correct? And play how long? Play all day. Bindas, just play with video games. Play. As soon as parents pull the mobile from their hands, children cry like anything. Little more, half an hour more, 1 hour more. So the same tendency is there in conditioned souls. Conditioned souls want to do more sense gratification. They don't want to do responsible Krishna consciousness. But if you are going to be carried away by sense gratification, that means you are going to miss the plane back to Godhead. But if you really want to go back to Godhead, we have to give up that frivolous, playful nature, and we have to take to Krishna consciousness in a responsible way, knowing that this is good for you. There are many things which are important for us in life which we always become lazy to do, like yoga or exercises. A doctor says you should go for jogging or walking, and people don't do that. And a doctor gives you medicine, Ayurvedic medicine, which is bitter, and 3 times a day you have to take it. Mostly you won't take it. Right now, sometimes you will take once a day. Other 2 times you will remember it, but you will not take it. Correct, no? So if you don't take medicines, your disease won't be cured. If you don't exercise your body, then you may not have proper digestion. You may not have good health. Isn't it? If you don't do your academics in a responsible manner, then the marks will show up eventually later. Correct or not, isn't it? So that's why the responsibility is a sign of maturity. It requires, adult means you have to be responsible. If a kid means you will be playful. You want to remain kids or you want to be adults, responsible adults? Yeah, correct. No? Therefore, our center is actually for such boys who take responsibility in everything. Take responsibility for your academics. Take responsibility for your health. Take responsibility for your spiritual health also. Correct, no? Then the center is good for you. Because otherwise, what happens in the center? Most of the boys you will see, go to the hostel and see, they'll get up at 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Many times. You've seen that? And many times you go to the room, you will see all the jeans and t-shirt all hanging like ghosts. You've seen that? You've seen that? It's not washed, kept for many days. I have seen many of the boys actually just gargle their mouth and go to college. Huh? They don't take bath also many times. And do they have a paka timing for eating? Anytime they will eat anything. Anything, anywhere, anytime. Huh? Eat anytime. There's not. And they will be awake, whole night they will be awake, and daytime they will be sleeping. But this center, voice center is much different than that, correct, no? It's a very responsible life it is. So, like Arjuna heard the Bhagavad Gita, what's the result of that? Huh? Arjuna, at the end of the Bhagavad Gita, what he said to Krishna? Karishye vasanam tava. Now I will do, Krishna, as you said. Then he became very responsible. Initially, was he responsible? No, he put the bow down and he was weeping. Nayochya iti govindam uktva atushni babu. I will not fight the battle. He was irresponsible because of ignorance. Now he got the knowledge. What is the result of knowledge? He took responsibility. Similarly, all of you, 1 year ago or 2 years ago, think about your life, how it was. Now you have been given knowledge. So like Arjuna, what you should do? Become responsible. Otherwise, what is the use of gaining knowledge? Somebody says, Prabhuji, I have all the knowledge, but I won't do it. Is it very helpful? So the increment in knowledge should proportionately show up as increment in responsibility, commitment, dedication. Correct or not? That's why people will believe that you are knowledgeable now. Correct, no? Like for example, all of you now, you know how to keep your health and hygiene, correct, no? Like say, you're going in the train. In those days, I saw one day we were going in the Lonavala train, going through Bombay. One small boy, one fellow was selling water bottles. He was selling 5 rupees only. Do you get Bisleri in 5 rupees? But the water was a little dim also. Some people, village people are buying also. They're buying and drinking. But I observed that the bottle is not sealed. What does that mean? Yeah, he took empty bottles and filled it up in tap and selling 5 rupees. So you are an educated man, smart man, you won't buy such a bottle. Correct? Huh? That means you have knowledge of hygiene. The result of knowledge of hygiene is you can't be cheated. You will be careful while buying one. Is it sealed or not? You will check. Similarly, the result of increment in knowledge means that should show up in your behavior. That should show how you speak, how you walk, how you think, how you make choices in life, how you decide, and how you are responsible. So, one madam in the Marine College, she noticed that in her class, one boy was behaving in a very mature and responsible way. And he was also a topper, getting very good marks. So one day she called and asked, hey, you seem to be, the way you talk, the way you deal with boys, you already are behaving like somebody who's the captain of a ship. I want to know a little more, I'm curious, are you taking some other training, besides, your college studies? Then he told her, I am a part of voice. She says, what is this voice? And then she heard about the device course and everything and all. Then she said, I will sign a letter, the whole college, all the first year should get device. Then she had arranged, and the boy was shocked. Then how will we conduct for such a big number? 1,800 boys, 2,000 boys. Just by seeing one responsible behavior of one boy, you can see that. So, here it's mentioned, you see, sadhana is our personal contract with Krishna. You know what's the contract? You all have made a contract with your college, correct? For how many years you made a contract? And you made a contract with your father also. Correct, no? See, your father is sending money for the accommodation, food, correct, no? Your clothes, everything. What is the contract with the father? I will complete my studies and I will take a job, I will make money, correct, no? So in life, whenever you receive some benefits, you are also going to make that contract. There is some expectation from you also. Similarly, spiritual life, sadhana means a contract with Krishna. Just a student should study and pass an exam. Your devotee must perform sadhana to progress in spiritual life. So, okay, you're entering into a contact with Krishna and saying, my dear Lord, now I understood I have to go back to Godhead. Material world is not a very safe place. Just like in one place there was a, heavy storm in New Orleans. Very, very heavy storm in those days. Katrina, Rita, and all these storms were attacking. They said, evacuate the city. So there were 10,000 people, 20,000 people in one, like a big auditoriums and halls. People were stranded there, very little, less bathrooms and latrines, and they were stranded. It was a very troublesome time, and the whole city was blackout because no electricity and no communication systems. Your mobile also won't work. Electricity is also not there, and you can't connect with your near and dear ones where you don't know where are they, where they are, where you are, they don't know. It was stranded like this. But the government was trying to send vehicles in such a way that load the people and get them out of the city, take them to other places. But the entrance and exit to the city is very narrow. But the volume of number of people who have to be evacuated is too huge. You can understand how troublesome it is. It was just a few years ago. So you will see in this world, such emergencies come time to time. That was New Orleans. That time even cars are flying in the air. Such a heavy storm it was. And many electric poles were knocked down also. In the recent past we heard about this, LA fires. Last fires we heard about. Like that many things are coming up. Here the earthquakes in Japan we heard. 900 earthquakes in Japan. So in the material world you will see, it is like a place, one difficulty comes here, by the time it settles another one side. And another one. Here and there you keep hearing many things like that. So one intelligent decision that a jiva can make is, I should pack my bag and return back to Godhead now. This is not a place to settle. No, in the train is not a place to settle. Train is a place for journey. You have to get down. If you're traveling in a train, you have to get down. You can't live there permanently. Even though first class bogie may be very nice to live, you can't stay there forever. You have to get out of it. Similarly, this material world is a place, Krishna says, Dukalayam Ashashvatam. So if you have understood this fact, today or tomorrow this world will bring forth some dangers. But so the Bhagavatam it is said, Padam Padam, Yapti Padam Natesha. So there are two abodes. One is spiritual abode, one is material abode. Material abode, dangers will come, and they are uncontrollable and uncertain also. They are uncertain and like that's what happened. You see each of this, what I am telling you, study in the news, you will see that. They are uncontrollable. When it happens, they are beyond us. Whether it is cyclone, whether it is earthquake, whether it is tsunami. This Marina Beach, many years ago, 3.8 lakh people died in the tsunami who were in the Marina Beach, correct? No? In such a huge, it's like earth to sky water. Water gushing out. Later on, in many places, they made walls for the seashore. Do you think the amplitude of water will be lesser than your wall? When natural calamities come, you have you heard about that Pompeii. There's a place called Pompeii where the volcanic eruption came out of the mountain. It covered the whole village, almost like 30 feet lava they call it. What do you call it? Lava they call it. With lava it just covered. The whole village was sleeping in the night to finished. So whether it is Bhukam, whether it is volcanic eruption, whether it is tsunami, whether it is... So in this world, all the 5 Panchamahabhutas can create trouble in this world. So intelligent person means one should think, even if you escape all these things I am telling you, then always old age and death is there. Irreversibly this body goes towards old age, disease and death. So is everyone's life supposed to be doomed with disease and death, or is there any greater goal in life? Any intelligent person should ask. And that is what we all asked. Now we have understood that there is a difference between matter and spirit. And we are not the matter, we are spirit. And Vedanta explains it. Bhagavatam explains it. Bhagavata explains it. Many great souls have realized it. And Bhagavo Jnana Tapasa Bhuta mad bhava magata. Krishna says many, many souls in the past have become purified and gone back to Godhead. And when you set yourself in that path, you are also eligible for that eventually. So therefore, it's a contract we are making with God, spiritual contract we are making. That I will do this committed sadhana, please take me back home, back to Godhead, and engage me in your service eternally. Sadhana is our offering to Krishna. It's not a duty imposed, but loving gesture, you see. See, there is a big difference between duty versus loving gesture. Like a mother taking care of a baby or a nurse taking care of baby. Nurse, a servant maid, she does it out of duty. But mother is doing out of? Yeah, isn't it? And if that servant maid, you give her 5,000 per month, the neighborhood house, they are giving her 8,000. She will leave this and go there. She has nothing to give and take with child. She has everything to give and take with money. Whereas a mother, she doesn't care about money. Her heart is to, lovingly take care of the child. So our bhakti yoga is like what? Mother caring for a child, or it's like a servant maid. So it has to be done with the heart. Just like all of you would serve your mother or father when they come. That's the way bhakti yoga should be done when we are dealing with the Lord. It's not a duty. For example, you go to the airport, you have to do the security check. Or when you're driving a car, you have to stop the car at the red signal. So these are all what? Is it lovingly done, or is it duty? Duty, yeah. Who will lovingly go through security check? It's a laborious thing. Open the luggage, put the laptop out, put the mobile out, everything. It takes time also. It's a boring thing, laborious thing. You have to show that hand and everything, correct, no? So much. But we do it because without doing it, they are not going to let you fly, correct, no? They will not allow you to go to plane. So because you are forced to do it, it's a duty. But bhakti is not like that. Bhakti is actually, whereas you read the philosophy, you understand how much Krishna is doing for us. So what am I doing for him? He is giving me the sunlight, he is giving me the moonlight, he is giving me the rain shower, he is giving me the air to breathe, he is giving me water to drink, he is giving me grains to eat. He has given me mother and father to personally take care of me. He has given me education. He has given me a platform to sit. And he has given the Vedas for me to get enlightened. He's coming as the Archa Vigraha Murti in the temple for me to look at him and serve him and know him, isn't it? He is coming in the form of Divya Granthas like Gita Bhagavatam, so we can read and get enlightened and return back to him. And he is also seated in our heart as Super Soul, constantly accompanying us to guide us. If you look towards him, he is ready to guide us also. So even if we want to turn away from him and do nonsense, he is ready to provide facility for our nonsense also. And he never closes the door of spiritual world for even demons also. He is always having hope that someday everybody will get reformed and come back to me. So when we understand these things, then we can do bhakti as a loving gesture. See, Guru is giving you Bhakti Lata, correct? Bhakti Lata Bij. But it is your duty to water it daily. So, in the 19th chapter of the Madhya Leela, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving example to Sanatana Goswami. He is saying, Brahmanda Brahmeta Kona, Bhagyavana Jeev, Guru Krishna Prasade Pai, Bhakti Lata Bij. So, by the mercy of Krishna and Guru, one gets the Bhakti Lata Bij, he says. And what is a Bij? It is not a Bij of love of God. That love is already there in your heart. Then what is the Bij is giving? It is the ideas, the methods, the procedures, the rules, regulations that Guru teaches you. That is actually called as the Bija. Prabhupada explains in purport. Like for example, how many of you found in ISKCON crisp and very precise rules Prabhupada has given for following? Correct, no? 16 rounds chanting minimum. 4 regulative principles. Correct, no? And how to offer obeisances to deities. How to deal with women. How to deal with senior devotees, equal devotees, junior devotees, correct, no? And how to celebrate festivals. How to worship the Archa Vigraha deity. All precise rules, correct, no? So, Prabhupada is the Acharya of this movement, ISKCON movement. So, he has given the seed. This is the way bhakti has to be done in this day and age, and people can easily perfect their life. So, we have received that. So, now what is the meaning of watering it? Watering it is Shravanaman Kirtanam. By like morning, you are all hearing a class, half an hour, 40 minutes, you are hearing daily. So by hearing those classes, you'll be inspired to follow these rules and regulations. And without hearing those classes nicely, then these activities will become empty, dry rituals, and they'll become burdensome and boring. You understand, no? So by hearing the classes, you understand your connection to Krishna is strengthened by hearing those classes. Then those classes will give you opportunity to visualize the spiritual reality. With that, when you do these rules and activities, 16 hours chanting or whatever, and following the 4 regs and doing the morning program, you can do it with your heart. And if you don't hear the classes, then what's going to happen? Rituals will not take you for a long time. After some time, slowly rituals will reduce. Then, like sometimes I go to some center, they told me to sing Mangala Harati. I asked, where is the Harati plate? They said, no, Priji, only 10 boys are there out of 18 boys. Others have gone home. Therefore, today we are just dancing, that's all, without any Harati plate. I said, hey, Harati plate offering to Lord is exactly like you take Mahaprasad plate for your prasad. It's like that. If I tell you, Babuji, today only a few devotees are there, we have decided not to give any prasad today. Only few are the others have gone home. Do we do that? No. Just as you eat with grains, Lord eats through the fire. Actually, Agni is the tongue of Vishnu, and the Yajna Kund is mouth of Vishnu. Through where you put the offerings, in the Yajna Kund you put. Similarly, all the Panchamaha Bhutas they are offering. The fire, the gandha, the sugandha of the agarbatti, and the water, and the sound, everything we are offering, correct? Earth, water, fire, ether. So through this we are, along with that we are putting our bhav also. Bhav combined with these things we are offering to Lord, and you are saying, no, today we are not going to offer you, it's not proper. So, therefore, the gardener and the seed, that's an example. Guru and Krishna are giving us the seed. Seed means some procedures, methods, which if we water it daily with chanting and hearing, we will grow. Then the creeper purpose Mahaprabhu said, it will grow, it will pierce the shell of the universe, go to Brahma Jyoti, enter Goloka, and there it will produce Krishna Prem fruit. Although the creeper will have its root here only, you keep on watering here and that keeps on growing. Even while you are watering here, it will produce the prema fruit. That means you will attain prema right here and now. It's not that after going to Buloka to Goloka, you will attain it. While being here only, you will get the fruit. Yeah. See, another example is given there, you see. Guru and scriptures give you guidance, but we must drive the vehicle of our spiritual life. See, there has to be somebody who gives you direction. You have seen that? Sometimes you are going to a new place. Your friend is sitting by your side and he puts a GPS and then he tells you where to go, which place, an address and everything, correct? No? But who is driving? You are driving. Similarly, Super Soul is in our heart. And we are the driver of this body. So Super Soul will give you guidance as much as you want. And then we have to do our work. Just like Guru gives you Bhaktilata beach, who will water it? That's where you have to take responsibility. Krishna is very smart, you see, he has given the two-way thing. Like he didn't tell Arjuna, Arjuna, I am there with you in the battlefield. You just relax in the chariot, go to sleep, and I will finish all these fellows. Did he say that? He never said that. He said, you have to take initiative. But who will give guidance? I'll give guidance. He is ready to supply guidance, but Arjuna has to act. So Krishna is advisor, Arjuna is actor. Similarly, in your case, who is advisor? Guru and Krishna, they are advisor. Who is actor? So that is where your responsibility comes into picture. You were sleeping early, rising early, chanting the rounds, hearing the class faithfully, filling up sadhana card, filling up study chart, everything, and keeping your habits clean. So you have to be responsible. So to the degree you are responsible, you will see you blossom in your personality very fast. So you see, no one else can chant on our behalf. Our spiritual bank account grows only with our effort. So here is a reflective exercise. You all can do this. Read it. Who has the mic with you? Yeah. Ask.
Reflective exercise. Ask. If Krishna were to ask me today, how are you carrying or the bhakti seed I sent you through Srila Prabhupada, what would you say?
Yeah,
What
correct. Imagine if Krishna is asking, Lord is asking, okay, you have come to Krishna consciousness now. My dear friend, how is it going on? Tell me. Of course, many of you know your own personal life, how it's going on. Huh? So, with God is one person in front of whom you can be totally naked. Huh? You can tell him, you can go in front of the deity and tell the Lord, my dear Lord, my sadhana is pathetic. Huh? Or my reading is pathetic. Huh? Or my habits are pathetic, I have to modify. So each of us can think, write the four regulative principles, write the chanting of the holy name, your college studies, and your dealings with devotees, interpersonal dealings with seniors, juniors, equals, and your accountability to your mentor, who is guiding you, and your state of consciousness. All these things we can reflect and journal, do the journaling, isn't it? See, journaling prompt, read that. What are?
what are three areas of my sadhana I can take more ownership of this week?
Correct, no? See, right now you all are getting a lot of support from seniors, but as you grow in seniority, you may not always be looked after. Because they will say that you have become senior now, so you should stand on your own leg. Just like a baby gets support from the mother is carrying, father is carrying, small baby. Do you think after you become 20, still they will carry you? You're supposed to walk yourself, isn't it? Yeah, that's the point. That was about sadhana, taking responsibility for sadhana. Second thing is, sadhana means it's daily, not occasionally. To any of you say, Prabhuji, brushing yesterday ho gaya. Today I don't have to brush. Do you say that? Every day you have to brush. Every day you have to bathe. Every day you have to wear fresh clothes. Every day you eat also. It's all these are daily activities. Similarly, sadhana is also daily. It's a daily hygiene for the soul. Just like daily hygiene for the body is brushing teeth, taking bath. Similarly, daily hygiene for the soul is sadhana. Yeah. And that is why this is a famous verse. Satam prasangan mama virya samvido bhavanti hrit karna rasayana kata tajjoshanadashapavarga vartmani shraddharatir bhaktiranukramishyati. Why this is quoted here? Because if you relish the discussion of the pastimes and activities of the Lord, that gives you a state of blissful consciousness with which sadhana, to do it daily becomes very nice. It's very joyful to do it. Otherwise, without hearing and relishing Krishna consciousness, we think, oh, I have to put attendance now, उठना पड़ेगा, जपा करना पड़ेगा, अगर नहीं करना पड़ेगा, नहीं करेंगे तो पीछे पड़ेंगे. If you think like that, then it won't be a very joyful thing. That's why we have to come in association, isn't it? So regular sadhana aligns our consciousness and ensures steady connection. You see? Actually, alignment, you know, alignment means there is a true north principle. This compass. Any direction you turn it this way, it will move like this, but finally what it will do? It will always show the north. Similarly, regular sadhana, your mind may little bit go here, this way, that way. But again, it will come back to the right path. If you are regularly doing daily sadhana, if you are doing nashtaprayeshu, abhadreshu, all the abhadra will be destroyed. Even when you are having some abhadra, you will feel guilty. Hey, this is the wrong path. I should not go here. I should not go here. This is the right path. Again and again, you'll be able to align yourself. Another thing is the steady connection. Connection should not be unsteady. Yeah? Like, for example, I had put this charger and I had told him to connect it. So initially it was charging. I thought it was charging. After some time I saw charge was zero. What was the problem? Connection was weak. Correct, no? Yeah. Sometimes the switch is weak switch. If you press it, tube light is on. If you take out the finger, it is off. You seen that? That means connection is weak. So then you have to press it very strongly, then it remains correct. No? So in the same manner, in Krishna consciousness, if you don't have a steady connection, sometimes you are happy, sometimes you are unhappy. You will see that when you are here in the voice, you are blissfully dancing. When you go home, we are in Maya. Sometimes. It's like that, we are not steadily. So daily connection will make you steady. Therefore, our Gauranga Prabhu was in those days speaking one seminar. Service and study makes you steady. Like that he spoke one seminar. Like when you do seva, your heart gets purified. When you do study regularly, then study becomes enjoyable also. Regularly study. Some boys have that very good habit. Like I learned from one of my friends in the first year engineering. This fellow had one chair with a long handle, you seen that? And there he would put this one wooden plank kind of thing would put, and then he would put 2-3 books around. He would sit. So I made friendship with 3-4 boys. From each of them I learned some good habit. From this boy I saw this. Then I found out from market where he purchased. I also purchased same thing. Got that long one. But I started studying like that. Then I found it is so nice it is. Once you have that all the things with you, you just focus. You don't even know where you are. You just get absorbed completely. And daily studying, day after day after day, makes the subject also very interesting, enjoyable, relishable. You get very good marks. You become super confident, isn't it? There was another boy whom I saw. He would have a small notebook and pen. The way he makes notes was very smart. Vital points only he will make. Vital points he would make. And then he would, while returning back, he would always revise. And then he would also speak to others. So I also started that habit also. It's a very good habit. So anything you do daily, repeatedly, it becomes enjoyable also for you, and it eventually produces steadiness. So regular sadhana aligns your consciousness and ensures steady connection. Morning program, if you enthusiastically do, especially right now, many of you are in second year now. You come from first year to second year now, correct now? You are going to second year now. So if you do this now, the first 1 or 2 years you do well, it will be very easy for you lifelong. But in the beginning, if you are slack, then when you become senior, nobody will be paying attention to you. You can become super slack. Correct, no? Those who are strict in the early stage, they become blissful in later stage. But those who are slack now, they lose steadiness. Yeah. See, third one I've given, taking ownership, isn't it? The fire must be lit daily. Be internally inspired and accountable. This is another point. See, don't depend on voice structure or reminders. What is the meaning of that? Sometimes you fear the seniors. They are going to check my sadhana card. Or sometimes, for example, now Radheshyam Prabhu is going to come to our voice. Immediately they'll clean it up. Make everything clean. And all the rooms are thoroughly cleaned and notice board will be full. Put sadhana card, study card. Because generally brahmacharis, first they will ask me, Prabhuji, can you come on such and such day? As soon as I say yes, immediately they'll give a phone call. Hey, Prabhuji, aane wale hain. तैयार रहो. प्रभु जी छोड़ेंगे नहीं, पूरा घूम कर देखेंगे क्या क्या रखा है. You will see. So as the lion is coming now. So, see, don't expect that somebody will be always behind you, correct? No? See, somebody may be behind you, but ultimately, even in the absence of somebody behind you, we should take our own responsibility. That is the point made here. You don't have to be always remind. Say, one devotee was traveling with me. Morning, I got up at 4 o'clock, went in the train, while traveling in the train. I put on my tilak and I sat to chant, and that fellow was sleeping. I thought, let's wait and watch when he is getting up. I just continued chanting. When I finished my chanting, 6:30, he got up, that fellow. Then the daytime I told that fellow, see, now you got up at 6:30 and people started chai and all this. Time passed and everybody started coming and people talking, discussing. Look at your pathetic chanting. He was struggling to chant. And we were getting down somewhere at 8 o'clock and his 8 rounds are remaining. That time was a struggle for him. So I was telling him, so he said, Prabhu, I thought only in temple we should get up at 4. We were in the train. I thought we can get up late. I said, you see, it is in your interest that you get up early. Because at that time all guys are sleeping. When they are sleeping, our round should be finished. And then when they make noise, we can do some reading, put a plug or something, ear plug or something, do some reading or anything. So we should have, this is actually called as internal accountability, not external accountability. External accountability means somebody is watching you, chasing after you. But internal accountability means on your own. You do it for your own sake. For example, you all are going to finish your studies and take up jobs. When you earn money, if you have internal accountability to parents and sisters, marriage and all that, you'll be very careful in spending money, correct or not? Huh? Otherwise, most boys, what they do when they get a big money? Spend like anything. Spend extravagantly. Huh? They don't say, because they don't have control. Some people's hands are like a basket. You put water, it goes away. Because any money comes, immediately it gets exhausted. So you need internal accountability. Huh? Oh, I am coming from family. I have 2, 3 sisters to get settled. I have to save the money. I have to give some money to parents. I have to save. So anything, if you have internal accountability for saving money or for academics or spiritual life, that's what is being spoken here. So, see, Arjuna's confidence when the Kurukshetra war was, not only from Krishna's just presence or the knowledge that he gave, but in Krishna's instructions, he was staunchly fixed. Because Krishna was present in the battlefield. Later on, Krishna went back to Godhead. Then Arjuna, at that time, could not have Krishna's presence, but he was remembering his instructions. Like Prabhupada was present in the planet till 1977. Then 50 years later, as well as Gopaksha Maharaj, for example, as well as Jayapataka Maharaj, they all have seen Prabhupada 50 years they have been practicing after Prabhupada left. Correct, no? So what does that require? Internal accountability. Otherwise, if they were only externally accountable, as soon as Prabhupada goes back to Godhead, they say, "Boss, now nobody is there to..." Correct, no? Isn't it? The cat is away, so the rat can be enjoying now. It's like that. So, like company, people say, "Oh, boss is away, for 1 week we can relax." Or the child is thinking, "Now Papa, Mama have gone out, so I can play all day today, no need to study." We can't be like that. Yeah. See, what are the common excuses people give? "Oh, I am too busy." Or "I don't feel inspired." Or "Others are not serious." Like that they say. You see, if somebody is saying, "I'm too busy," then you can prioritize. Okay, I have many things to do. Let me take help of senior devotee. How to make time management plan. Like we say, morning for Krishna, evening for studies, daytime for college. If you're doing profession, morning for Krishna, daytime for profession, evening for family, like that we say. So you have to allot time for different things. And if you say, "I don't feel inspired," okay, how will you get inspired? Inspiration actually comes after discipline. Disciplined lifestyle you follow, then you will be very inspired. It's not that you are going to be slack and then inspiration will come. You will see the most inspired people are most disciplined people. I will show you one small video.
Why does discipline equal freedom?
Because the more discipline you have in your life,
Why does discipline equal freedom?
because the more discipline you have in your life, the more freedom you will end up with. So if you lack the discipline to exercise and eat healthy, you will end up being a slave to disease. If you lack the discipline to work hard, save your money, you will end up a slave to finances. If you lack the discipline to manage your time correctly, you will end up with no free time. If you have self-discipline, if you have the discipline to save your money and work hard and invest your money properly, if you have the discipline to manage your time correctly and not waste a bunch of time, if you have the discipline to exercise and eat healthy, you will end up with freedom. And I know it's a counterintuitive, it's contrarian, but I've seen this over and over and over again. If you want freedom in your life, you have to have discipline.
If you want freedom in your life, you have to have... Yeah, just see what he's saying. So you get more freedom. It's a fact actually. Those who are disciplined people, they really enjoy life. They know how to spend their time very nicely. So, and our voice lifestyle is a very disciplined lifestyle. First class discipline we have. Only you have to be willing for it. Then you can be inspired. So, See, Gajendra was in a crisis. It's called as crisis management model. Some people think of Krishna only when there is crisis. Huh? He remembered Lord Narayana only at the death's door, he says. Huh? Because he was caught by a crocodile, then he was screaming, calling Narayana's name. So, actually, our chanting should not be desperate only when death is tapping our door. Huh? But even on other days, on a regular basis, we should try to chant nicely. Huh? How do we do that? Huh? How can we make it a quality chanting, a daily offering? Huh? And that's one of the reasons I'm speaking this Japa talks. Huh? There's Japa talk videos are there, Japa talk audios are also there. So one has to understand that Prabhupada says how that call becomes a desperate call. It's due to various reasons. Number one, you are able to understand the dangerous nature of material existence. Huh? Like I was telling you, not only there are physical dangers, huh? There are mental dangers because people can drag us into bad habits. Huh? There is always possibility of, like Ajamila was a Brahmana, but he fell down and prayed to a bad habit, isn't it? That's possible. Similarly, we can be subject to forgetfulness because of carelessness in spiritual life. Huh? That's another type of danger. Once my spiritual master was saying, you know, he said, the great danger means what? Not that you are bitten by a serpent, not that somebody dropped a bomb on your head. These are not dangers, he was saying. The danger is to forget Krishna, he was saying. So in this world, we can be subject to forgetfulness because of bad association. Correct, no? By bad association. So if we understand the nature of material world, then we will be more cautious of Maya, unconscious of Krishna. That's one of the things. Another thing that can inspire us to take our chanting seriously is we can see that this is a very easy path compared to path of yoga or jnana, where people put a lot of different efforts. They put very difficult. This path is easy and it is also Kali Yuga. You don't have to do it for 1 lakh years. You have to do only for 100 years. Huh? Satya Yuga is 1 lakh, Treta Yuga is 10,000, Dwapara Yuga is 1,000, and Kali Yuga is. So logarithmically it comes down. So we are in an age where the sadhana and all you have to do how long? Not even 100. People live only 70, 80, 90 years, correct now? So compared to other ages, the tapasya that you have to do is less or more? Much lesser. Dhruva Maharaj was standing on one leg. You are allowed to dance with both legs. Isn't it? And Dhruva Maharaj, in the first month, he ate once in 3 days. He was eating only some fruits, which were also tasteless fruits. And then second month, he ate once in 6 days, only grasses, shak. Third month, he ate once in 9 days, only some water he drank. Fourth month, once in 12 days, he took only one puff of air. That's all. And fifth month, he even stopped that also. Now, how many of you think if you keep such a policies in ISKCON, nobody will come here? People would run away, right? No? So our austerities in comparison to Dhruva are practically very much lesser. So you are allowed to, we are eating all kinds of nice prasad. Huh? Along with it, just chant Hare Krishna, that's all. Correct, no? So your eating austerities are not great. Huh? You don't have to go to jungle also. Huh? And when he was in jungle, he could hear the sounds of tigers and cheetah and lion and elephants and all. Huh? So rishis sometimes would go to deep jungle and practice. Huh? But now you don't have such fears. You can live in a flat with a closed room, huh? Sit and chant. No, cheetah is going to chase behind you. Huh? There's nothing to fear. Huh? You don't have to go to forest. You don't have to do severe tapasya. You can eat proper prasad. And you don't have to do for a very long period of time, 1 lakh years. Vishwamitra did tapasya for 60,000 years. We hear, no? 60% of his life he did. For us, this age is age with only 100 years max. So therefore, don't wait for the ultimate crisis to come in your life. Like crisis came in Gajendra's life or Parikshit's life. We don't have to wait for that. Even before that, we can make it a quality offering. Example is Prabhupada, you see, even at the age of 70, with a couple of heart attacks, went in Jaladvata, How many of you can observe that Prabhupada was highly responsible, even in old age? Correct, no? What do you think a typical old man does in India? If he was in this age, 70 years. Any of you? Newspaper, yeah. They read newspaper 2-3 hours. What? Play with grandchildren. Go to Nana Nani Park for Hawa. Isn't it? And also he will be talking about politics or some disease, going to doctor, walking the grandson. Correct, no? And just staying at home, you say that, what are you doing, sir? I am retired now. Correct, no? I am retired, I am just relaxing at home. And he thinks my son, daughter, they will take care of me. My life is, most of it I have done now. Now I can relax now. In that age, Prabhupada embarked on a great project. He went to America at the age of 70 till 82. How many years? 12 years. In those 12 years, he started 108 centers. And how much hard work in that old age in cold, freezing New York, 15 degrees, minus 15 degrees, minus 10 degrees Celsius. So he was, so that responsibility, not only he went for just giving lecture or something, he was alone. Right now, life is more easy for us because movement is already well established now. At that time, nobody knew what Hare Krishna was. He was starting completely fresh and new. He printed books. He wrote the books, got them edited, published, and arranged for selling of the books. He taught people how to sing kirtans. He installed deities and how to worship Archa Vigraha. And that too, teaching people, Americans, they don't know anything about Archa Vigraha. Isn't it? So, building temples, traveling 14 times. I have one, this thing. Yeah, what kind of, very amazing. So how responsible he is, you can see. He is our founder acharya. So we have to learn from him. If you can do that beyond 70, what is your age? You are all 17. Isn't it? Isn't it? So use this time in such an amazing manner. Okay, another thing, many boys, devotees, they depend on group momentum. Is it all right to depend on the group momentum, or we should have our own enthusiasm? What do you think? It's all right. If you get a job, you have to go association. Sometimes it happens, correct? No, in a remote place. At the time, you one instance will be required at that point of time. You see, when you live in association, the advantage, association is compared to a mirror. If you see in the mirror, you know, what kind of what time your character. Now is the time for you to learn and cultivate. Later on, based on what you cultivated, now you have to live on your own alone. Like Prabhupada, when he went to America, was anybody with him? You had to be alone. He was cooking himself, doing everything himself. So, therefore, good association is like a mirror. It reflects your weakness and strengths, but you have to clean your own face. Like in association, devotees very hesitantly point out your faults. But afterwards, who will rectify the faults? They will do it or you have to do it? You have to rectify it, correct, no? If somebody is keeping, say, 8 rounds for the night, or some friend may tell you, Prabhuji, don't keep it for the night, not very good. But they may tell you, but they can, can they chase after you? No. So who has to bring about the change? That's why responsibility is needed. You only can bring about the change. See, if one of you is weak in one subject, say mathematics 2, you are weak, for example, that you know it well, correct, no? Now, if you know it, some boys actually wait and watch, hope any of my friends will come and tell me that I have difficulty with maths, and he will nice, like elder brother, guide me and help me get good marks. Will that happen automatically? You have to go, take initiative, go to somebody who's good in M2, show him your weakness and, please help me, guide me, teach me. So this is actually called as taking initiative. So let me ask all of you a question. In a scale of 1 to 10, how many of you depend more on others to come and tell you and walk you and take you on their shoulder and carry you? Then you get 1 out of 10 or 2 out of 10. Correct, no? And others who take the initiative in every field, whether it is academics, whether it is health, whether it is spiritual progress, you don't wait for others to tell you. On your own, you observe yourself and you take full initiative, then you get 10 out of 10. Correct, no? So in a scale of 1 to 10, so how many marks you are getting? Any of you? So 10 out of 10 means you take full initiative. And 1 out of 10 means you totally depend on others to not only tell you what to do, you tell them, okay, you told me what to do, you only do it for me. They totally depend on, you know. Like somebody is telling, Prabhu, here is an orange. He says, Prabhu, you only open the orange and give it. So he opens the orange and goes, okay, Prabhu, you put it in the mouth, throw it in the mouth, Prabhu. Like that. They don't take initiative, correct, no? So what do you feel out of 1 out of 10? In a scale of 1 to 10. So just you only can observe yourself. How much initiative do you take? So you should be, how much approximately at least you feel? 7. At least 7 or 8 we should be, correct, no? Especially in today's age, I will tell you, not many will be able to worry about you. It's a very sad news for us. In those days, people were very much concerned about others. Huh? But in the modern age, it's a me culture. Huh? You have to think about yourself. Like there are brahmacharis, for example. They have been running the routine. They go for one weekly program here, do reading. Now they look back at it, 10 years have passed. And they have not worried about how I grow in my preaching, how I make more devotees. They have not thought from a result-oriented point of view. How many different centers I am opening and how many people are becoming devotees. Now in ISKCON leaders, they are asking question, which area you have been going and what have you developed all these years. So these questions, when they're coming, they are shocked. Babaji, I never thought they will ask these questions. So that means every one of you all have to grow in your life. So for that, who will help you grow? Yeah, you yourself have to plan. But others can also. See, if you seek help, they will guide you. Correct? They are available for you. But who should take the initiative? You have to take the initiative. Otherwise, you will get stuck. You will be left behind. Then you can't blame others. Look at the world is so dangerous, so cruel. किसी ने बोला नहीं मुझे, किसी ने बताया नहीं. Correct ना? People blame. So same way, like one devotee in Bangalore was telling, if you don't learn AI now, you won't be able to survive in IT companies now. Like 9 million jobs, 9 million jobs have been laid off. How many? 9 million. But 11 million new jobs have come, which include AI. Which means it's not that the situation is bleak. If you add learning of AI to your profession, then those 11 million jobs are available for anybody who is also very smart about keeping abreast of what's happening in the world around. Correct, no? So if you are not keeping abreast of the world around, you are going to be left behind in career. Same with academics also. How many of you, like in my college days, some boys will ask the teacher which questions are likely to come. One boy asked. You know that now you can predict also. Because there's some kind of pattern also. So one boy was having some 20 questions which are likely to come. Unfortunately, one day before the exam, we found out that he has it. We all went and went, and we, sure enough, 50% was right that the questions came, So those boys who didn't get in touch with him, they didn't know what questions will come. That's it. So in academics, you have to keep abreast. In profession, you have to keep abreast. Same with spiritual life also. You have to take initiative and see, am I growing in spiritual life? Growing means all these things. How is my morning arati attendance and my chanting, how is it going on? My reading group, am I joining? Reading groups are available, correct, no? But if you don't connect, who can help you? Correct, no? You have to help yourself. Therefore, it is that God helps those who help themselves, it is said. Correct, no? That's the point. Like, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught this. Like in the South India, there are two categories. One is called Vadakalai, Tenkalai, we call it in Sri Vaishnavas. The Vadakalai is Vedanta Desika. Tenkalai is Manavala Mamunigal. Both are Sri Vaishnavas. So what the Vadakalai says, God and Jiva relationship is like a monkey and monkey's child. And the Tenkalai people say, God and Jiva relationship is like a cat and kitten. What is the difference? Monkey's baby has to hold on to mother, and the mother jumps from one tree to another, it may fall also. Whereas the cat kitten is what? The kitten has to just say, meow, that's all. Then the mother will pick up by the neck and she will carry it. So in the case of monkey, the onus of one's safety is in whose hands? Child's hands. Whereas in the case of cat and kitten, mother's hands. So the monkey way people say, you have to be taking responsibility in spiritual life. If you are not taking responsibility, you are gone. Then even God cannot save you. You have to be responsible, they say. And Tenkalai people, what they say, you just call the name of God, rest he will take care. No, meow, what is meow? That meow is what? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram. And rest he will take care. Like that they say. What Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said is neither of the two. He said the third one. He said, you are calling the holy name is like inviting the Lord for help. And Lord helping you is like a man throwing a rope into the well where you have fallen. So now, for you to come out of the well, what you have to do? So you have to hold the rope and Lord will pull you up. That means your effort and Lord's mercy. Both, correct, no? Just like Yashoda's effort to bind Krishna and then Krishna's mercy. That's why he was bound. So therefore, our endeavor is emphasized here. Clear, no? So do I depend on the group momentum or I generate my own enthusiasm? That we all have to ask. Okay. We should be able to generate our enthusiasm over a period of time. Just like, have you seen in villages what they do? How many of you have climbed this coconut tree? In villages? Short ones. Because we used to do that in village. So they used to tie a rope around our leg and they give a push on your buttocks. Little bit up they will give. Do you think they keep coming up to the top? No, only little bit. Maybe from here up to this, as such as their hands can reach. After that, you have to go up. So that's the whole point. The group momentum, you can take advantage for going little up. And that group momentum should eventually inspire you to go on your own. Like that group momentum you get for 2-3 years. Where? When you are in voice, yeah. After that, if you have to stay out somewhere, and tomorrow some of you may get married also, then you can't tell the wife, if I am in voice, how life was. She will say, then why did you marry me? She will say, you want to go and live there. So then one has to keep that momentum at home. Only you, your wife, child, you'll have to manage. Therefore, pick up that momentum now itself when you are here. Individual momentum. See, watching others chant without personal transformation is not enough. So like gym analogy is given that, you see. You get strong only when you lift your own weights. Some boys, when they see bodybuilders, they get very inspired. They go to the gym and watch. Kya left utate hain. They click photos also of many boys who are doing gym. But those boys have built their biceps and everything because they are daily going. And they are daily doing add weights. You can do that. But if you simply watch, is it good enough? No, you have to yourself. That's the whole point. Sometimes people put on Prabhupada, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, 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 Prabhupada is chanting. And they also take that bead bag and sit with Prabhupada. So they are hearing who's chanting. Is that correct? No. If you want to take inspiration from Prabhupada, play for maybe 5 minutes and switch it off. And then you should chant and hear whose sound? Your own sound. That's the whole point here. You can get stronger by watching others exercise. You can't get stronger. You cannot get stronger by simply watching others. Simply watching others chant or attending programs without personal transformation doesn't help. That's the point. That means you can watch others for inspiration purpose. But individually, you have to build your inner prayerful mood and purity and everything to chant nicely. Sometimes people may sit near advanced devotees who are chanting very peacefully, blissfully, attentively. That can give you some inspiration. But ultimately, you have to bell the cat, as we say. You have to also chant properly because your chanting is going to help you. You have to fly your plane, we say. Like you have seen this fighter aircrafts. If a dozen aircraft is going, if one is shot down, others will keep going. Correct, no? Similarly, each of us have to fly whose plane? Our own plane. That's the point. Anyway, now very simple points are coming. Dhruva Maharaj, he took full responsibility for his life, which I told you. Isn't it? Raghunath Das, even though, see, this is a very amazing thing. Raghunath Das, he was born in a Karodpati family in Saptagram. His father was a multi-billionaire actually. But he got abundant, opulent food. He got a wife like an Apsara, it is said. And he got all comfort, luxury, cushion beds and everything at home. But he was least interested in any of this. He actually wanted to dedicate his life to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So why is it special, this example? If you don't have those facilities, to leave everything is very easy. Correct, no? Like one boy was telling, Prabhuji, 2-3 साल try मारा job के लिए job नहीं मिल रहा है मैं परमाचार्य बन जाता हूँ. So we said, see, just because you don't get job, you shouldn't become brahmachari, correct? I said, get a job and then join. He said, job मिल गया तो इधर क्यों आएंगे प्रभु जी? Is it good? So that kind of joining is Just because you are a material failure, you don't have to become brahmachari. Many brahmacharis are materially very successful. If they were in the outside world, they would be leading companies, many of them. But that's what we see in Rup Sanatan. When they retired, they had boat full of gold coins. Not currency notes. They had boat full of gold coins. One mushti of gold coins enough for your whole life. And they had boatload of gold coins. Still, tyaktva aturdam ashesha mandalapati. They left it and joined. So therefore, Raghunath Das's renunciation is great. He took such responsibility for spiritual life. Dhruva Maharaj also. Okay, now let us see the obstacles. Why we are not able to take responsibility. Till now we have been talking, take responsibility, take initiative. Now, few things are mentioned here, you see. First is the laziness, alasya. One famous character for alasya is who? Kumbhakarna. Isn't it? That's a very nice pastime in Ramayana. And hundreds of people climb on his body and beat him with sticks and weapons and everything, poke him, they poke his ear, poke his nose. He doesn't get up very easily. And then he turns this side, he turns that side, all of them fall off. So, huge body he had, because he will get up only once in a year. In the entire year he will sleep. After 6 months he will get up. On that one day he'll eat a lot and again go to sleep for another 6 months. Because when he did penance to Brahma, at that time he was planning to ask a benediction called Nirdevatvam. Nirdevatvam means I want to wipe out all the devatas in this universe. And devatas became afraid. They all prayed to Saraswati. Please twist his tongue in such a way that our life will be saved. So instead of asking Nirdevatvam, he asked Nidratvam. So therefore he got Nidratvam, he got. So, yeah. And then one more boon he wanted. He wanted to ask Indrasan. Please give me Indrasana. He wanted to ask. Indra became afraid. Already is afraid. All the devatas is targeting me. So all Indra and his associates prayed to Saraswati. And she twisted his tongue. Instead of asking Indrasana, he asked Nidrasana. Again he went to sleep after that. So, this Kumbhakarna, he was powerful demon but ruined by laziness. So there are also students also who are very intelligent, very smart, but they sleep too much, due to which they fail. Just like that rabbit and tortoise. Correct, no? The rabbit, was it smarter than tortoise or not? But what was his problem? Laziness. On the midway he slept off. So he couldn't hit the target. That's it. Therefore we say slow and steady. So you may be talented, but if you are lazy, your talents remain latent. They will not come out. Because you have no time to bring it out. So one has to sleep 6 hours in the night, like 9 to 3 or if you want 9 to 4 also you can sleep, not a problem. 7 hours also you can sleep. But if you are going to sleep 2-3 hours in day, 7-8 hours a night, purpose is if you sleep 12 hours per day, you are successfully prepared your consciousness for becoming a polar bear, he says. Thus polar bear sleeps 6 months in a year. And if you are sleeping 12 hours per day, how much it comes? 6 months a day. After 24 hours, you sleep 12 hours. So it's like a polar bear only. So, in this way, also procrastination, you see. Postponing. It's called as kalatrapa. See, a farmer who keeps saying, I will plant the seeds tomorrow. Soon the season passes and he has no harvest. So this is a very bad habit which many students suffer from. बाद में करेंगे अभी नहीं, बाद में. So in this way, suddenly they realize, like one man was entering forest, his friend told him, see, you are going to deep jungle to bring some gold and silver and all. Better you tear down one branch of a tree, carry on your shoulder. If a lion or tiger comes your way, you just whirl it around and they will become afraid, they will run away. Because when they see a weapon, they will run away. If you are weaponless, it's dangerous. The man thought it's a good idea. He said, my dear friend, your idea is good, but why should I carry this branch on my shoulder unnecessarily? Maybe they may not come also. Unnecessary burden. Whenever the tiger comes, I will take care, he said. Anyway, so many trees are there, I can tear down. But when the actual tiger came, do you think he had enough time to tear down a branch? He is trying to tear down a branch, is catching from behind. Correct, no? So it was too late. So that's procrastination. If you postpone, it will be too late. How many of you had experienced? You postponed studying some subject because it is very tough. And then toward the end of the semester, you wanted to catch up, only half you could complete. You have experience of that, correct now? Isn't it? That subject you hate already, and still you couldn't study also. Correct? No? Therefore, whichever subject you hate the most, you have to study first. And that to go and take help from other people, correct? No? Same with spiritual life. Chanting is little difficult for people. They think, I think 6 rounds I'll chant in the afternoon. And then in the afternoon you think I'll chant in the evening. And then finally when you want to go to bed at 9 o'clock, 6 rounds are remaining. At that time it's like climbing a mountain. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. He's already half dead, isn't it? So, you see, if chanting is difficult, it is always good to do it in the morning hours, which is sattvic hours, correct? No? See, if any of you has a habit of chanting late night, I will tell you one idea. On Sunday, you break that cycle. Because you are chanting late at night, next day morning, some rounds remain. Correct, no? Again, that day you chant late at night, next day morning rounds remain. So when can you break this cycle? On Sunday. Because Sunday what you can do, daytime you get some time. Daytime you have to complete the rounds and sleep early on Sunday. Then because you slept early, you can also get up and you can also chant your rounds and finish it. Then you won't keep it for the night. Correct, no? That's the whole point. Don't do procrastination. Blaming external factors, you see. Temple environment is distracting. Like somebody is coming to temple to take darshan. Prabhuji, why in your temple so many girls are coming, Prabhu, As if you have to be sent to only boys loka. Where only boys will come. See, everybody will come to temple. Temple is not only for you. Children come, girls come, boys come. Prabhupada was telling in Los Angeles, one brahmachari made a policy that Mataji should not be in the temple hall. They should go out. Immediately after the Mangalarti, they should go out or something like that. And Prabhupada said, you guys, you go to jungle, Prabhupada said. If you have problem. What are they doing? They are doing their spiritual life. They are worshipping Tulasi themselves and they are chanting themselves. Why are you making a very big issue? He said. So, which means we should, like recently one boy asked a question, I was shocked. He says, in one temple hall, they have put a very big chatai. And he is sitting on the men's side. In the same big chatai, that side Mata is sitting. Bhaji, Mata is sitting in the same chatai, I am disturbed, he is saying. I said, what are you talking? Is electricity passing from there? This is too lusty, Crazy, really. How crazy a mind can be. How foolish. So, see, I told him, this much you should be conscious of Krishna. Imagine, you would have gone back to Godhead long before. Prabhuji, Krishna is present in the same hall. The altar, I am getting this. That's very good disturbance. It is. Krishna is present. He will take you immediately. This fellow is getting disturbed. So don't be disturbed by external factors. Or somebody is saying, oh Prabhuji, if my job is not so busy, I would be a wonderful devotee. See, don't talk excuses. Do you think job is less busy for anybody? Everywhere, people are working hard. Somebody saying, my mind is too disturbed. Yeah, find out what to do, but then your sadhana. See, some days chanting is good, some days chanting is not good. But nevertheless, we should do it. Correct, no? Like for example, one day you go to college, sun is shining, a very pleasant day. Another day, it's a cloudy day, it's drizzling, and road is full of kichad and everything, water everywhere, pockets. You drive in the bike like this. Some places full of water. Bike is splashing water and all your pant is spoiled. Correct, no? So you come back to room or you go to college? Still go to college. Whether you like or not, rain or shine, you have to go to college. Same manner, spiritual life, whether we like or not, if we do it, don't depend on your mind's liking or not liking. Do it as a duty. Eventually, your mind will become purified. That's the point here, emphasized here. Material life, we do it anyway. Because you can't say, I like to go to company, I don't like. If you say, I don't like to come today, they will say, we also don't like to give you salary for that day. Correct, no? Therefore, Krishna is saying here, you see, that determination, which cannot go beyond dreaming, fearfulness, lamentation, moroseness, and illusion. Such unintelligent determination is a mode of ignorance, you see. Yeah. See, Prahlad Maharaj had such a hostile environment in his palace. Father was deadly against his chanting Lord's names, and teachers were all teaching all politics and economics and diplomacy and all that. You imagine if Prahlad worried about a good ambience. What kind of devotee can he become? Still was such a serious devotee. Don't blame external factors. So 3 things we discussed: laziness, procrastination, and blaming external factors. Don't do this. We are coming towards the end now. Okay, how to cultivate responsibility in sadhana? Even in 5 years old Dhruva, such a tender child, even though he heard the sounds of, bears and tigers and everything, he still went to forest fearlessly. And Prabhupada even in old age went. So such a 5-year-old boy and 70-year-old man. So these are extreme examples. And all of you, this age is a right age for you to cultivate Krishna consciousness. So set clear goals. Chant first rounds before checking the phone. Some boys, what they do, they keep the phone in the locker and lock it. After the morning program only, they open it. Otherwise, if you take the phone in the morning out and start checking, sometimes even while chanting, you are having bead bag in the hand and you are looking at the phone. I will request Subhadra Prabhu to give all these devotees the link of that video, how not to chant. Yeah. Correct, no? There's a video, they can see it also, yeah. So that gives some 30 different ways in which you should not chant. WhatsApp japa, driving japa, and so many different things, correct, no? Yeah, isn't it? So, finish rounds before dinner, it is written. Of course, that doesn't mean before dinner only you have to finish. In case you have rounds, in case 1 or 2 or 3 rounds, because after dinner stomach becomes heavy and then chanting is not very effective. In case you have 1 or 2 rounds left, finish it before the dinner. Yeah. The GPS needs a destination. Similarly, set a fixed schedule for sadhana. So, those who are intelligent boys, they fix the schedule in such a way that most of the rounds they finish in the morning only. They don't keep much for the evening. Seek association of the serious devotees. A devotee who struggles alone may slack off, but in the voice center, the group energy helps maintain discipline. See, even in voice, there are 3 categories of devotees you will find. Some are extraordinarily outstanding. They get prizes also for the sadhana, correct, no? Some boys are very good in sadhana, very good in studies, very good in dealing habits. Sometimes they keep getting prize after prize. You've seen that? There are people like that. This is one category I have seen. And the second category of students I have seen, they are actually people, they may not be very outstanding in many fields, but when it comes to sadhana and other things, they are very attentive, careful. They may sleep, again and again they get up, and evening some rounds are remaining. Very soon they modify their lifestyle. Initially they struggle, but eventually they win. They make their life very proper because they associate with those first category fellows. And eventually they pick up. And eventually you just watch them after 2 semesters, they are blissfully situated. They become very steady. The third category is the struggling category. When they come in, they struggle in studies, they struggle in sadhana, they struggle in relationships, they struggle with their own habits of lethargy, postponing, blaming, and sometimes, they go home and they get into Maya too much and they come back and they are thinking, let me go out of the voice. Here it's too much responsibility here. At the same time, prasadam is nice here. At least I'm getting 60-65% here. If you go out, it will become 50. So they're worried. So they know that here there are uplifting people here, but outside world is very bad, and I will get into bad association. My own, they are afraid of their own bad habits. So the C category, I'm telling you, they struggle a lot. So what is the hope for the C? That's what is mentioned here. That they have to make an effort to at least come to B level. They have to take association. Make friendship with, don't make friendship with other C. One C should not make friendship with C1, C2, C3, C4. The C4 should be separated. And so C1 should take association of either B1 or A1, correct, no? Similarly, C2 should take association of B2 or A2, correct, no? And can C1 to C4 be together? All the C category. That's the best way to go down. Correct, no? All of them will catch each other's hands and drown together. So they should associate with those who are better than them. Those who are performing sadhana well, study well, their habits are good. If offending devotee associates with other offending devotee, then prajalpa happens and both of them go down. But offending devotee associates with a serious and careful devotee, then they also understand I should not commit offenses. Correct, no? So look for Swatovara, we call it. Swatovara means students who are better than you. How many of you identified some students better than you? You identified? If you identified, you are smart. Already you are identified. So you have to associate with them. If you are inspired by them, then you are going to grow in everything. Material life or spiritual life, your growth happens when you connect with people who are better than you. Not people who are equal or inferior. If you meet inferior people, you will think you are better. See, Prabhuji, I keep only 4 rounds for the evening, he keeps 8 rounds for the evening. And you are going to go down by that, correct, no? So associate with those who are better than you. And the reward of responsible sadhana, this is the last point on reward. What are the rewards you get? Ruchi, taste develops. At first, like for example, when I had jaundice in IIT, 3 months I suffered from jaundice, my eyes became yellowish. Wherever I looked around, it was all yellowish like that. Then doctor started giving me this sugarcane juice. I never knew that sugarcane juice is going to be so bitter. It was like neem juice. The beginning when I was drinking. I said, doctor, is there any alternative medicine? I asked him. He said, this is the medicine. You have to keep on drinking. I said, doctor, how long? He said, as long as it is bitter. Yeah. So almost 2.5 months, I think. 2.5 months I suffered. Every day I'd close my eyes and grit my teeth and drink it. And after 2.5 months, it started becoming sweeter. Not that the juice became sweeter. Juice is always sweet. Similar, holy name is always sweet. But we find it kadwa because of our bossing nature. Like we say, bhogavriti. We find it difficult. So after 2.5 months, I requested the doctor, doctor, can I get 2 more glasses? I asked him. He said, now you are cured now, he said. Because you will never ask like this. If you are liking it more, that means you are cured now. That's what he's saying, that taste will develop. If you do sadhana well, you will become a blissfully situated devotee. Yeah? Then you will be able to not only practice yourself, you will preach and bring more people. It will become like that. And then not only you develop taste, Krishna also takes charge of you. When we take responsibility, Krishna multiplies our efforts and he supports, like he took responsibility for Sudama's life. Sudama just expressed his affection for Krishna by taking some chipped rice, and Krishna built a big house for him. Gifted a house and hundreds of servants and maids. So Krishna takes care of everything. You also develop ruchi and Krishna also takes care. So your sadhana, your future. If you don't take responsibility, now, when will we take? Tomorrow? Next life? Because Bharat Maharaj did not take responsibility for his sadhana when he was in the forest. He left his wife, kingdom, palace, elephants, horses, wealth, khajana, everything. So that time he took responsibility for spiritual life very seriously. But after going to forest, he became slack there. Correct, no? The example is given, Yodus Tyajandar Sutan Suradrajyam Hridis Prishaha Jahau Yuvai Vamalavat Uttamashloka Lalasaha. He says, his attraction for Lord Krishna was so great, he left all these opulences of the material world, like wife, children, family, khajana, elephants, horses, and all. Like what? Like a man passes stool and leaves and comes out. See, when you pass stool in the lavatory, you don't even look at it, you just throw water immediately. Like that, he left it and came. So that time his seriousness was great. But after coming to forest, he was living in a hermitage. He was going to the river Mandakini Ganga, taking bath. Holy river. So when I went to that place, Mandakini Ganga, I was remembering, not Mandakini Ganga, Gandaki river. So Gandaki is also one of the 7 branches of Ganga. So when he was morning, he would take bath and come to his cottage, and he would be sitting and performing all his Vedic chant, offering ahuti. Blissful life. In the kingdom, he was getting too much respect from the people. Bharat Maharaj, Padar rahe hain, dhang, dhang, dhang. They would play all that, and people would shower flowers. Too much prestige. But now, in the forest, nobody, you hear the sound of the cuckoos and the peacocks, birds, some deers running here and there, forest. Very serene life, calm life, complete absorption in study of the Vedas, chanting of the names. Very nice life it was. He was leading very nice things. He was also increasing his Krishna Bhanamrit also. He was increasing. But one day when he saw that deer's baby drowning, as a king, naturally, he is a Kshatriya, means the tendency to protect is there. Protect the praja, protect women, protect children. The tendency, is it bad propensity or good propensity? It's good only. King should be like that. So then he tried to protect the deer. But in the course of protecting, he became attached. So even our boys have to be very careful. In case you are going to be distracted, like he got a deer to distract him, you can have a smartphone to distract you. Or you can get something else to distract you also. So each of you can write in your own mind what are some things you feel are distracting you away from spiritual life. Some boys, they have mad attraction for sports. Some boys have mad attraction to opposite sex. Some boys have mad attraction for playing video games. Some boys have mad attraction to Bollywood, Hollywood music. Some boys have mad attraction to their old Karmi friends whom they are unable to give up. At the same time, those friends have bad habits. Correct now? So they have a problem with that. Some boys are very mad after their home and duties at home. This I have to do, this I have to do that. They very much compromise on spiritual life, and it's not wrong to fulfill your duties to home. You have to do that, but you have to keep a balance. So in this way, we should not postpone our Krishna conscious progress to next life like what Bharat Maharaj did. Correct, no? Yeah. Commit today to quality rounds. Wake up early without any excuses. Help each other when you are living in a voice by having an accountability partner. Correct, no? The mentor is always there. But under one mentor's group, if there are 4 or 5 devotees, they can also help each other. Correct, no? Yeah. You are your own best friend or your worst enemy. Let's take. So, these are reflection questions. What is one obstacle in your sadhana you need to take responsibility for? How can Voice Center help you stay accountable? Share a time when being disciplined in sadhana brought you spiritual happiness. So when you think about these things, my Lord Krishna has saved me from dangerous material world. I don't know where I would be leading my life to if I was not with devotees. Each of us can think like that. So when you think about how I was saved, that gives you the inner strength to commit more. Correct, no? Yeah. You all have the daily sadhana tracker card, sadhana vows. No sleep without 16 rounds. Completing. And weekly review, self-assess spiritual growth. You check weekly sadhana card. You all know that soul score, body score. How much you're supposed to get? 80, correct, no? Yeah. Avoid blame game. Take 100% ownership for japa, reading and satsanga. Don't blame anybody. Yeah. And morning ritual. Strong morning, strong day. It's a fact actually. Strong morning program. After the morning program, you perform the disciplined tapasya. You feel very happy, joyful. So responsibility is not a burden, but it's a response to mercy. Krishna is giving mercy, so we show more and more responsibility to him. We become responsible. He feels very pleased seeing the devotee's responsible nature, so he gives more and more mercy. It's like both of them reinforce each other. You commit and he gives more mercy. You commit, like that it goes on. See the last concluding point, see there. Let's not be passive passengers, but pilot our plane of sadhana with determination and enthusiasm. So you can't be, when you're driving a car or a plane, you are supposed to be in control of the steering. Correct, huh? When you're driving a car, can you be holding the steering and dreaming something? Or dozing? No. So therefore we have to take responsibility. So when Krishna sees you taking responsibility, then he will take you back. That is his job. Taking back Godhead, he will do. We should do our part. Any questions? So I should give the notes to whom? Who will supply to all these devotees? Huh? To whom? The rest of you have this copy? Yeah. And any questions? So did you feel that I spoke too many things? I'll show the headings now. Let's see only the headings. Let us go one by one. First is foundation of spiritual progress is individual. That means it's individual, voluntary and progressive. Spiritual life is like that. So individually you have to take responsibility and voluntarily take it. It's all in your hands. Okay. So like Arjuna, he heard Bhagavad Gita and then took responsibility for fighting the battle. And bhakti requires heartfelt engagement, not just, it's voluntary and personal, it's not like a duty or a force. That was first point. Then the first point I gave you two examples. One is the gardener and the seed. So Guru and Krishna, they are giving you, Guru Krishna Prasade Pai Bhakti Rata Bij, they are given you. So after getting the seed, what we should do? Water it by hearing and chanting. Right? No? Whole morning program is hearing and chanting. So we have to do our part. Similarly, you are the driver of our Gadi. Krishna says, you are the Kshetrajna. You have to drive your car, but who will guide you? Krishna is giving you GPS. GPS means Guru Parampara system. Correct, no? So Guru Parampara system will guide you, but you have to drive. Correct, no? So that is another example. Car and you are the driver, car and driver, and then you have a GPS guiding you. And gardener and the seed. That example you can remember. So, and also, as I told you, it's individual and personal. Sadhana, nobody else can chant for you. You have to only chant. So your spiritual account will grow by your effort. You should remember that. And the second point was, sadhana is a daily construction project. You have seen that, how they make the metro, how they make the flyovers. It's a daily thing, correct, no? Or building a very big skyscraper building. Daily people come, morning to night they work. Similarly, little by little the building gets over. Similarly, in spiritual life, 100% purification takes place gradually. And we have to be patient. Daily, not occasionally. Like every day you have to brush the teeth. Every day you have to take bath. You can't say, yesterday I brushed. Can't say. So, if you do sadhana regularly, then you align your consciousness with Krishna very nicely. And you become steady also. You are not unsteady. Then, taking ownership. So, should you be internally inspired or externally inspired? If you're internally inspired, you will take care of yourself. Yeah. So Arjuna was not only depended on Krishna's presence. In battle, Krishna was present, but later after Krishna left the world, went back to his abode, then Arjuna was alone. That time he remembered his instructions. So like Prabhupada's disciples remembered his instructions. Even in his absence, they practiced. So that's why we should be internally inspired. Third one. And don't blame anyone. And then I am busy, I'm this, I'm that. Then Gajendra, we learned one thing. Not crisis management model. Don't wait for crisis to come. Even before the crisis may come, you start preparing yourself. Quality, based on philosophical understanding. Then we told the example of Srila Prabhupada, the ultimate responsibility taker even after 70. I showed you Prabhupada going around the world. And then, what about group momentum or own enthusiasm? So yes, you can take advantage of group momentum. See, the advantage in a group is association around us is like a mirror. They will, when you look at the mirror, you see the good and bad in your face. Like tilak is not proper, then you put a proper tilak, correct? No? When an association teaches you both, what I need to improve, what I am good at. You can see that. But in the event of association not available, that time you should have individual enthusiasm also. Like you're traveling in a train, you're going home, or you're getting higher studies abroad, whatever. Yeah. You have to. Even when an association shows you that your face is not clean or something, then who will clean the face? They will clean it for you, or you have to clean it? Again, the same point of taking responsibility. Yeah. Do I depend on group's momentum or generate my own enthusiasm? So, can you be watching others chant powerfully? Or what you should do? Like somebody says, Prabhuji, I look around always who are all chanting powerfully, who are all practicing bhakti seriously. Yes, that can be for inspiration purpose, but ultimately who has to do? Like weightlifters, somebody is lifting weight daily. He will be a good weightlifter and he will build his body, but your body won't build by seeing it. You have to do it also. That's the whole point. So maintain your japa chart and then watch how you are doing, and watching is not enough. Your own personal transformation is necessary. Hmm? Then we told examples of Raghunath Das, Dhruva Maharaj. And so three obstacles we said. What are the three obstacles we said? Laziness, ah, procrastination, and huh? Blaming others. So let us not be like Kumbhakarna, putting snooze button always. Those who put snooze button are small Kumbhakarnas. Huh? Isn't it? Let's give up that. And then procrastination. This is more famous than laziness also. Procrastination is very famous one. Because tamoguna is around too much in this world. People always postpone, and then they realize now it's too late now. They won't be able to do. That's why I told you, those who take difficulty in the beginning, they are smart people. That's why that man in the video, what he said? What gives you freedom, he said? Discipline gives you freedom. Discipline in the beginning gives you freedom later. And lack of discipline in the beginning gives you freedom in the beginning, but then you suffer later. Correct, no? Yeah. And then, don't blame external factors. Don't blame the job, don't blame the mind, don't blame your friends. No. Like you ask everybody, Prabhuji, have you completed your 6 rounds pending? Prabhuji, he also didn't complete, Prabhuji. He has 8 rounds. That is all right. What about you? Don't blame others, isn't it? Yeah. So go beyond tamaguna. How to cultivate responsibility in sadhana. See the example of Prabhupada, see the example of Dhruva, get inspired. Easiest way to cultivate responsibility is sleep early and rise early. That's a secret I can tell you. Those who sleep early and rise early, first thing they finish chanting, they don't always have rounds pending for night. Because phone is such a magical thing. Once you open it, you're gone. It drags you, it puts a rope around your neck and drags you. You don't know where it takes you. Suddenly you later on find, my Lord, 3 ghanta gaya abhi. Like that you feel like that. Yeah. And then here I told you 2 things. You personally set goals and achieve it, but seek association of serious. You remember ABC I was telling you? So look for devotees who are like A category, B category, if I am in C. C should look for at least B and B should look for A, and then they all will be growing. Correct, no? What is the reward for responsible sadhana? Your taste will increase in spiritual life, and Krishna will take charge of your life. You will become like Arjuna. Krishna is always guiding you. You have nothing to fear. You can see devotees who are faithfully practicing, they develop tremendous confidence in spiritual life. Confidence, courage, bliss. And they also become cheerful. They are spreading cheerfulness everywhere. So we want to be like Arjuna or Hanuman. So because Hanuman and Arjuna are very committed fellows, both of them, correct, no? Because of the commitment, they got a lot of returns also from the Lord. Lord is saying, I will take care of you. Yoga kshemam ahamyaham. Prabhupada got strength even in old age also. So much confidence, isn't it? Yeah. Commit today to quality rounds. Wake up early. No excuses. Help each other with accountability partners. These are all solutions. How to become more and more responsible. Individually commit for quality chanting. And also sleep early, wake up early without excuses. These are personally you can do these things and help one another. You are the best or worst enemy of yourself. Correct? There is one fellow who is that Baman Rapai, somebody says, you are the creator of your destiny. He says, what is? He says, so many organizations say this. You are carving your own destiny. So you are creating your future by how you take responsibility. Yeah. So these are some practical things. Daily sadhana tracker, sadhana vows. You see, never sleep without 16 rounds. Finish the rounds. Self as a spiritual growth. Take ownership, take responsibility. Shri Prabhupada ki और Bhakta Vrinda ki. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. So we'd like to thank Prabhuji Hare Voice for giving class first time. So we'd like to thank Prabhuji by
I came once before.
yes for a visit. Seeing
Visit I came. Okay.
this time,
That time 4 devotees were there that time.
yes, sir.
Now it has increased. So who is the brahmachari preacher?
Myself and Kadam Garan Prabhu,
Both of you
Amsha
come
Prabhu
also
and
here. Wonderful.
Vilasadam Prabhu.
Very good. It has grown now. I think this college is MMCY or what is it? Sorry.
This Nare
Nare College. Yeah. So Nare, let us have a raise of hand by Nare boys, overall Nare boys. Acha, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. One inside, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 devotees. Amazing. So increase now, huh? In just 2 years, I think, no?
Yes.
Oh, Haribo! Very rapid growth in a very short time. Huh?
We would like to thank Prabhuji first of all for coming here. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. So we'd like to thank.
I think many years before Karuna Karanpu was making an effort, and then our Vaishnav Sharan Prabhu he was not here, I think. Only Karuna Karanpu made an effort. And then we closed it, we couldn't continue. They were doing for some time. Now it has picked up very nicely. Yeah. The college is not far from here, huh? Very near? So very good. So prasadam comes from GGD, you know, worry. So prasadam is available and correct, no? So morning program, prasad. So Subaldriya Prabhu and Kadam Khan Prabhu are coming. Very, very senior people in our youth preaching. Many years. These people have developed their preaching in GGD, bringing even more than 65, 70 boys at one time in GGD. So you have experienced devotees, and some of your own senior boys are also staying here, correct, no? Those who started it, who are the 4 devotees who started this place? Tell me the names.
So Vivek Prabhu, Shrikant Prabhu.
Shrikant Prabhu is the first one?
Yeah, Shrikant Prabhu.
Who is Shrikant Prabhu?
Yes.
Shrikant Prabhu is the other one?
Vivek Prabhu.